Morning students. Last class we discussed about preparation and properties of alkanes. Now we are going to start with the alkenes preparation properties. Alkenes preparation and properties. See, alkenes. Alkenes. So we know the general formula of alkenes is CnH2. Here N is starting from 2, 3, 4 and so on. It never be 1. If NL is 2, the compound is C2H4 ethene. If the NL is 3, the compound is C3H6 propene. If NL is equal to 4, C4H8 butene. So we know alkenes nomenclature, which type of isomerism can show cis and once you can revise general organic chemistry topics, alkenes can undergo which type of isomerism? Position isomerism and conformational isomerism, geometric isomerism and cis and trans isomerism. If the alkene are giving, how to write the number of possible isomers here? Now we are going to start with the preparation of alkenes. Preparation of alkenes. So is preparation of alkenes from alcohols. From alcohols. And taking alcohol general formula is ROH. It's converted to alkene. Double bond we need to R. Sorry. So you can take the another formula. Alkene general alcohols we are considering. Alcohols are converted into alkenes. Alcohol are taking CH2OH. Alcohol it's converted to alkene CH. So what is the difference between these two? So we are going to remove the water. So removal of water that is called as dehydration. So you remove the water. So removal in the chemistry we can sense in the sense of removal of water we can say that is called as elimination reaction. So what we are eliminating here? One water molecule we are eliminating. That's why this is called as dehydration. Elimination reaction. For the elimination, what we required? One dehydrating agent we required. That the dehydrating agent is concentrated sulfuric acid. And we can apply some heat. Alcohols are converted into alkenes by the removal of water, dehydration of water, elimination of water. We can get the alkenes. So alcohols, different types of alcohols will be there. Alcohols will be maybe primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols are there. So which alcohol can undergo the dehydration? That we will see. Alcohols may be primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Alcohols are converted into alkenes. We are using concentrated sulfuric acid. And we are supplying some heat. Here, see the example. First, I am taking the primary alcohol. Primary alcohol, CH3, CH2, OH. Minimum 2 carbons we require for the alkene. And we are using the concentrated sulfuric acid at 170 degrees Celsius. Elimination, dehydration, removal of water, we can get the answer is alkene, that is ethene. Second example I am taking secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. So 2-propanol. Same dehydration I am doing, but the temperature is 140 degrees Celsius. Removal of water, we can get the answer is like this. CH double bond CH2. And another example I am taking the tertiary alcohol. For suppose if I am taking the tertiary alcohol CH3, 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 OH. Tertiary alcohol I am taking same but 100 degrees Celsius temperature. Here also removal of water. Answer is CH3, CH3, double bond CH. Primary alcohols, secondary alcohols and tertiary alcohols all over can give the alkenes only, but see the differences between the three equations is temperature will be changes. Primary alcohols will require large amount of temperature and secondary alcohols 140, tertiary alcohols 100 degrees Celsius. From these three equations what we have to conclude? Tertiary alcohols can easily undergo for the dehydration reaction. Tertiary alcohols can easily undergo dehydration means out of primary, secondary and tertiary, rate of dehydration, speed, rate of dehydration of alcohols. Rate of dehydration of alcohols, that means speed. Tertiary alcohols can easily undergo dehydration, then secondary, then primary. Why tertiary alcohols can undergo dehydration very fast means while we are looking itself you are deciding that is the tertiary alcohols can easily undergo for the dehydration. See in mechanism we can clarity about this mechanism for the dehydration of alcohols. And taking one simple alcohol, that is ethanol, adding sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, heating. Sulfuric acid I am writing like this. HO, SO3, H remaining part. Here I am writing here and it becomes H plus. So acid can release the H plus ions. That H plus will be attacked on oxygen. Oxygen having lone pairs, negative charge can attack the positive charge. It becomes CH3, CH2, OH2 plus. So addition of proton. So this step is called as protonation of alcohols. Protonation means addition of proton. And this compound name is called as protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol. This protonated alcohol, first step is the very fast step, fastest reaction. The reaction to be done is very fast. In second step, I remove the water molecule. Then we can get CH3, CH2 plus. This is carbocation. This is the reaction intermediate. Reaction intermediate. Reaction intermediate. Why it is a reaction intermediate means this is RDS. RDS means rate determining step, slow step. Rate of reaction we are calculating at only slow step of the reaction. Rate determining step. So in the rate determining step we are getting the carbocation. So it is rate determining step. Carbocation is our reaction intermediate. remaining HSO4 minus, remaining HSO4 minus, I remove the hydrogen from this CH3, one hydrogen I remove and I give to the HSO4 minus, it becomes H2SO4. H2SO4. Remaining part is CH2 double bond CH2. In the first step, I am adding the proton, that is called as protonation. In the last step, I remove the proton, this is called as deprotonation. Deprotonation. Protonation and deprotonation of alcohols. So we can see here, sulfuric acid can act as catalyst. So what the catalyst here means? Catalyst for this reaction is sulfuric acid can act as catalyst. The first step we can provide the H plus, the last step we can take back H plus back and it becomes sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid can act as catalyst here. So anyway here a reaction intermediate is carbocation. Rate means speed of the reaction. Rate is directly proportional to concentration of alcohol. That is protonated alcohol. See in the rate determinant step, how many reactant molecules are involved in the chemical reaction means only one, that is alcohol. If the concentration of the alcohol is higher, rate of reaction is also higher. And this type of elimination, in this mechanism, this is elimination of water. This type of elimination we are called as even elimination. Even elimination. Even elimination, and it is done in two steps. It is done in two steps. So what meaning even means unimolecular. How many molecules are involved in the rate determinant step? That number we can give. One molecule can involve in the rate determinant step, so that is even elimination. If the two molecules are involved in the rate determinant step, that is E2 elimination. Even stands for unimolecular elimination reaction. Unimolecular elimination reaction. Here reaction intermediate I already told you, that is carbocation. Carbocation. See in the general organic chemistry, stability of carbocation is tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary. See many orders carbocation stability order we are saying tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary. So that's why tertiary alcohols can easily undergo further dehydration when compared with secondary and when compared with primary. If the reaction intermediate is carbocation, there is a problem in the chemical reactions. So what is that problem means? That carbocation, the cation may be shifted from one carbon to another carbon. So shifting of charge from one carbon to another, one carbon to another. So the shifting of charge from one carbon to another carbon. Why the charge will be shifted from one carbon to another carbon means for getting stability. For getting stability. For getting the stability, the cation charges will be shifted from one carbon to another carbon. So here shiftings will be different types of shiftings we are discussing in the general organic chemistry. Again I am recalling that one, that is hydride shift, methyl shift reactions, and phenyl shift. CH minus, that is C6H5 minus. Phenyl shift reactions. So one example we will discuss for the hydride shift and methyl shift and phenyl shift reactions again. For example, few alcohols I am giving. You can arrange the rate of dehydration capacity of alcohols. Which alcohol can undergo for the dehydration? Tertiary alcohol I am giving. CH3 thrice, COH. Tertiary alcohol. Second example I am giving. Secondary alcohol, CH3 twice, CH, and third one example I am giving allyl alcohol, CH2 double bond, CH single bond, CH2OH, allyl alcohol. See the pharmacocatalytic order, then only you know the answer. This is third degree alcohol, this is 2-degree alcohol, and this is allyl alcohol. Stability for carbocation stability order we are observing. I am saying one order. First we have to observe resonance. Next inductive effect. Third priority we can give the hyperconjugation. First plus I effect. So there is more plus I groups in the third degree. That's why it is more stable. Plus I effect is high. So A is more stable. When compared with the second one and third one, B and C, second one can show plus effect, but third one can show the resonance effect. Doubt, sir, when compared with the first one, third one is the resonance now. But plus I effect is more common than resonance here. Resonance only one step. Only two resonance structures we are having. If you are writing benzyl carbonation, that is more stable. So here when compared with the first and third compounds resonance is there, but in the first compound more number of plus I groups are present. Along with plus I group we can say that here hyperconjugation. There are 9 hyperconjugated structures. Hyperconjugation is depends upon the number of alpha hydrogens. So 9 number of alpha hydrogens we are having, more number of hyperconjugation. That's why more dominant. So order of dehydration capacity for alcohols is first A, next C, and next B. Now we will go to see the examples for the hydride shift, methyl shift, and normal reactions. So example number 1. I am giving normal alcohol CH3, CH2, OH. I am taking concentrated sulfuric acid. And here, so as usual we can remove water and we can get the answer is CH2 double bond CH2. Second example I am getting CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH3. The same reason using. What is the answer here? Third one. CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. What is the answer? And fourth one, CH3, CH3, CH2OH, CH2OH. What is the answer? Now, first example already explained clearly for you. Now, I am taking the second example for our discussion. Again, I take the second example, that is CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH3. Concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid and heat. OH I remove from this carbon. Hydrogen you can remove from this carbon also. This is alpha carbon and this is also alpha carbon. For suppose if I remove from the left side carbon, now the answer is CH2, double bond, CH, CH2, CH3. If from the right hand side carbon you are removing, now the answer is CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH3. Especially in the competitive exams, major problem is like this. The competitive review, we have decided which is major product and which is minor product. I am saying this is major product, this is major product, this is minor product. Why? This is major product and this is minor product. Why? Why? Because already we know the reaction intermediate is carbocation. So which is more stable carbocation, that is more stable product. Why it is major product and how to decide which is major and which is minor product means, see the number of alpha hydrogens. Here number of alpha hydrogens are 6. Here there are 6 of alpha hydrogens. Here number of alpha hydrogens will be 2 alpha hydrogens. More number of alpha hydrogens, more stable. Otherwise, one rule I am saying in the QOC, that is called as Sedgwick rule. Sedgwick rule. What does Sedgwick rule means? Hydrogen can be removed from the alpha carbon containing lesser number of hydrogens. That is major product. Once again I am repeating. Sedgwick rule means alpha hydrogen, removal of hydrogen from the alpha carbon containing less number of hydrogens, that is major product. So as per Sedgwick rule, we can say the major product is this one. Otherwise you can count like this. More number of alpha hydrogens, more stable. More number of alpha hydrogens, more stable. Like that we can decide which is major product and which is minor product. Now take third equation. Third equation I am taking, that is CH3, CH3, CH2, 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 OH. If you are at concentrated sulfuric acid, heat. Generally what we are feeling OH is here. So there is no 2 alpha hydrogens, only 1 alpha hydrogen here. Hydrogen must be removed from here. Now the answer is CH3, CH2, CH, double bond, CH. Like this you are feeling. Now this is wrong answer. See the correct answer. See how we can decide the correct answer for the third equation based on which one we can say. We will see the mechanism once. Mechanism lo reaction intermediate is carbocation. So I remove the OH, we can get the compound is CH3, CH2, CH2 and CH plus carbocation. OH is going like OH minus, sorry, carbon carrying the cation charge, carbocation. Okay. This is primary carbocation. Already I told you, if it is carbocation, they may arrange for getting the stability. If the cation charge will be shifted into this carbon, see you can observe this is secondary carbon, this is secondary carbon, This is primary carbon. If the carbocation is shifted into this carbon, second carbon, now it is secondary, so secondary is more stable than primary. So here which shift will be expressed means this positive charge from this carbon, from the second carbon, I remove H minus and I am adding to the first carbon. Carefully observe, from the second carbon I am taking H minus and adding to the first carbon. So it is CH3, CH2. So I remove H minus I removed. H minus removed. So minus loss. So it is plus and I am adding to last carbon. Now it becomes CH3. H minus. So minus and plus neutral. Now this is secondary carbocation. Secondary carbocation is more stable than primary carbocation. Secondary carbocation is more stable than primary carbocation. Now you can remove the hydrogens as per Sedgwick rule. This is carbocation. Now this is alpha carbon. This is alpha carbon. What is the Sedgwick rule? Hydrogen can be removed from alpha carbon containing less number of hydrogens. Now the answer is CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH3. So this is the correct answer. See our observation. Simply go first having OH. So remove the water molecule. We cannot get the answer is like this. This is wrong answer. The problem is the product is very important. Some rules and regulations we are following. For elimination we are following the Sedgwick rule. For elimination we are following the Sedgwick rule. For addition we have to follow Markovnikov rule. Please recall from GOC, General Organic Chemistry, what is the Sedgwick rule and what is the Markovnikov rule. For elimination we are following the Sedgwick rule. For addition reactions we have to follow the Markovnikov rule. Now this is the answer for the third one. Now see the answer for fourth one. Fourth equation what we are taking, see back, that is CH3, 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 CH2, OH. OH. See, whether the elimination is possible, you are writing the sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid I am adding. Concentrated sulfuric acid I am adding. So you are removing from OH from here. H from next carbon cannot contain no hydrogen here. Then how to remove water? See the mechanism carefully. What is the answer for this one? See, I am writing. First I remove the OH minus and I am writing the reaction intermediate, that is carbocation. This carbocation is the primary carbocation. For suppose the cation is shifted into here and this CH3 group is shifted into here. This is called as 1,2 methyl shift. 1,2 methyl shift. Previously we are doing, that is 1,2 hydride shift. Previously we are doing, here you can write 1,2 hydride shift. 1,2 hydride shift. Now this is 1,2 methyl shift reaction. See, shift reaction CH3. CH3. This one no change. Down methyl group I gave to this one CH2. Now I attach it here CH3. That methyl group is shifted into first carbon. Now cation is shifted to here. Why? Because methyl is going out like CH3 minus. CH3 minus. Automatically this carbon is plus. Now see this carbon. This is tertiary carbocation, more stable. Tertiary carbocation, more stable. Now as per Sedgwick rule, this is alpha carbon, this is alpha carbon, and this is alpha carbon. As per Sedgwick rule, now decide the answer. So hydrogen we can remove from the alpha carbon containing less number of hydrogens. So this is the correct answer. Generally what you are feeling, there is no reaction. Generally, while you are seeing this one here, OH I remove from here. From the next carbon, I want to remove hydrogen. Here there is no hydrogen. So you are, there is no reaction. No reaction we are feeling. But that is wrong. See the answer is? See the answer is because of one minute shift. So the shifting reactions we have to observe carefully. Dehydrating agents. Dehydrating agents we are given dehydrating agents. Dehydrating agents I am giving concentrated sulfuric acid, and we are giving the some temperature. This is also dehydrating agent, and P2O5 is also can act as the dehydrating agent. Al2O3 can also act as dehydrating agent, and concentrated H3PO4 concentrated H3PO4 in presence of dry HCl. All these are best dehydrating agents. All these are dehydrating agents. Simply DA, dehydrating agents. The reagents only you have to memorize. If the reagent what they are given, so what is the answer? We can decide carefully. Now this is the dehydration of alcohols. How to convert from alcohol to alkenes. Now see the second method of preparation of alcohols. Sorry, second method of preparation of alkenes from alkyl halides. From alkyl halides. Second method of preparation from alkyl halides. How to prepare alkenes from alkyl halides? So I am taking alkyl halide CH2, and there is a halogen, chlorine I am taking for suppose. This is alkyl halide. I want to convert it into alkene. See what we want to do? RCH double bond CH2. Like previous alcohols, the difference between the from alkyl halides and alcohols there is OH group, alkyl halide there is Cl. But here from this carbon I am removing, from this carbon I remove Cl. From the next carbon you want to remove hydrogen. So what we want to do? Alkyl halides are converted to alkene means we want to remove HCl. So removal of HCl, that is called dehydrohalogenation. Removal of hydrogen and halogen, that is called as dehydrohalogenation. For the dehydrohalogenation, we need one reagent, that is alcoholic KOH, potash. Alcoholic potash can act as dehydrohalogenating agent. Sometimes alcoholic KOH they will give like this C2H5OH KOH. But we have to understand that is alcoholic potash. Alcoholic potash can act as dehydrohalogenating agent. Alcohols are converted into alkenes during the dehydration. Now alkyl halides are converted into alkenes. We are doing dehydrohalogenation. See what is happening. First of all, CH3, CH, Br, CH3. I am doing the dehydrohalogenation. Alcoholic potassium adding. Now we can get CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. So simply we are seeing like this. This compound problem. First suppose, see the example like this. CH3, CH, Br, CH2, CH. Same alcoholic potassium adding. Follow the Sedgwick rule and tell me the answer. Remove the bromine from here. This is alpha carbon and this is alpha carbon. So what is the major product now? CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH3. This is our major product. Already we are seeing which is major product and which is minor product for us. According to the Sedgwick rule, this is the major product. And what is the minor product? CH2, double bond, CH, single bond, CH2, CH3. So in the above mechanism already explained why it is major and why it is minor product. So minor product. That is depends upon the carbocation. See the mechanism for this reaction. See the mechanism for the reaction and some facts we want to discuss here. Mechanism for the reaction. Mechanism for the reaction. Simple alkyl halide CH3 CH Cl. CH3 CH2 Cl. Now I am adding alcoholic potash. Alcoholic potash I am adding. Alcoholic potash I am adding. Now CH2 single bond CH2. Here chlorine bond is going to break. Chlorine bond is going to break. I am writing one hydrogen like this. Hydrogen H plus. H plus plus can take minus. That minus OH minus I am giving. That OH minus ion is coming from KOH. So KOH. This bond is going to break. This is going to plus H partial positive and partial negative. So this is positive negative means automatically this is positive. And this is positive means automatically this is negative. Now this is bond is going to make. So all bond breaking and bond making will be done simultaneously. If the bond breaking and bond making done in the simultaneously in the single step, that is called as transition state. Transition state. Transition state will be represented in the TS. Transition state will be keeping within square bracket. Transition state, otherwise it is also called as baby alkene. Baby alkene. Baby alkene means alkene is going to form. Okay. Now bond breaking. Now here the bond breaking, it becomes water. I can remove. Water I am to remove. H and OH combined becomes water. And Cl minus is coming out. So it is combined with K. So KCl plus remaining is CH2 double bond CH. This is our major product. Here we have to observe. Dehydration of alcohols we are getting alkene. Their intermediate is carbocation. But alkyl halides are converted to alkene. Here the reaction intermediate is transition state. That is baby alkene. Means one most important thing we want to observe. Like carbocation, in this mechanism there is no carbocation. Here intermediate is not carbocation, no carbocation. So no carbocation means there is a carbocation, there is a rearrangement, that is hydride shift, methyl shift and phenyl shift. There is no carbocation means there is no rearrangement. There is no rearrangement, and this is called as E2 elimination. That is also elimination, and this is also elimination. But name for this one we are giving is E2 elimination. What is the meaning of E2 means? Bimolecular. Bimolecular. Already this is the slow step. Already I told you how we can give the name is even in E2 means in the rate determining step how many molecules are involved in the chemical reaction. Based on that one we can give that is E1 or E2. So in this rate is directly proportional to alkyl halide, and KOH. See, in the transition state, both the molecules are involved in the reaction. Alkyl halide, in the alkyl halide, carbon chlorine bond is breaking, carbon hydrogen bond is breaking, and at the same time OH is also attacking, K also attacking on Cl minus. So all these things are done in the single step. Already I told you, 1 E1 2 step, 2 E2 1 step. Substitution also same, SN1 SN2. 12th standard we are having SN1 and SN2 chemical reactions. 1 becomes 2 steps, 2 becomes 1 step. Like that you can fix. E2 elimination is the bimolecular reaction. 2 molecules are involved in the chemical reaction. That's what it is saying, the bimolecular reaction. Here reaction intermediate is baby alkene. Okay. With respect to halogens, with respect to halogen, how to decide the rate of reaction? For example, I am giving CH3, CH2, here Cl, CH3, CH2, Br, CH3, CH2, I. With respect to halogen, how to decide which halogen can undergo for the elimination reaction? That is depends upon the leaving group capacity. So leaving group capacity means which group easily to leave. Carbon iodine bond easy to break. It is somewhat difficult. That is because of the electronegativity difference. So leaving group capacity, I minus is the best leaving group. Next Br minus. Next Cl minus. Based on the leaving group capacity, we can decide which is easily can undergo for the elimination reaction. Even this is E2 elimination reaction. As previously we are seeing, then immediately we can see the 4 examples for this one also. First one, CH3, CH2, Cl. I am writing alcoholic OH. Alcoholic OH becomes CH2 double bond CH2 plus KCl plus H2. This is okay. Now, from the second compound onwards, can you guess the answer? CH3, CH2, CH, CH. Now the same alcoholic KOH, alcohol we are adding. Dehydrogenation. This is also carbon based on CH, which is major product means CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH. This is our product. So secondary. Now we take the tertiary. Otherwise, what you are taking is CH3, CH2, 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 CHBr. Use the dehydrogenation. Here Br minus is going out. Br minus and H from here. Hydrogen is not shifted. Why? Because here intermediate is not here intermediate is not a carbocation. Here baby alkene transition state is the intermediate. So here there is no shifting of reactions. No shifting of reactions means now the answer is CH3, CH2, CH, double bond CH2. This is our answer. Fourth one. First suppose I am taking the tertiary alcohols. Tertiary alkyl halide. CH3, CH3, CH3. Here CH2, Cl. Alcoholic potash. Can you guess the answer? Cl is going out from here. Hydrogen. Here there is no shifting. No shifting of reaction. That we have to keep in our mind. No shifting. No shifting means here there is no alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogens are absent. So Here there is no reaction. There is no reaction. Why? Because no shifting here. So there is no reaction. So here you have to observe and decide the answer which can undergo dehydrohalonization and what is the major product, the reaction intermediate. That is important. See the dehydrating agents. Like previously we are writing dehydrating agent. Now dehydrohalogenating agents are alcoholic dehydrohalogenating agents. Dehydrohalogenating agents. Dehydrohalogenating agents are alcoholic potash AOH or alcoholic NaOH, alcoholic potash or alcoholic caustic soda, NaNH2, NaNH2, sodium amide, C2H5OH, C2H5OH or C2H5ONA, C2H5ONA. This is all these are undergo E2 reaction. E2 means elimination. Bimolecular elimination reactions. Now, third method of preparation, that is how to prepare alkenes from vicinal and gem dihalides. How to prepare the alkene from vicinal and gem dihalides. First one is dehydration, second one is dehydrohalogenation, third one we are going to see the preparation of alkenes from dehalogenation reaction. Dehalogenation from vicinal or gem dihalides. Vicinal or dihalides. Vicinal or gem dihalides, you remove the halogen. Dehalogenation, we can get alkenes. Vicinal or gem dihalides, by the elimination of halogen, we can get the alkenes. First I am taking the gem dihalides. First we are going to see vicinal or gem, anyone. Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides means adjacent carbons are having halogen. Adjacent carbons are having halogens, that is called as vicinal dihalides. So we have to use zinc dust or zinc metal. Zinc dust or zinc metal, or another one is sodium iodide in presence of acetone. Sodium iodide in presence of acetone. Dehalogenation means we remove the halogens. Cl2 with zinc can go out like Cl2. So remaining is CH2 double bond CH2. By the dehalogenation of vicinal dihalides, we can get the alkenes. So here halogens we are removing. Halogens we are removing means, see the dehalogenation capacity order. Dehalogenation capacity order. Which halogen is going very fast? Already we are seeing iodine. I minus is going very fast outside, best leaving group. Next Bl minus, next Cl minus, and next F minus. Dehalogenation capacity will be like this. See another example, CH3. CH I and CH2 I. I'm using zinc or sodium iodide in presence of acid. You can get CH3 CH double bond CH. Here see the mechanism for this reaction. Mechanism for this reaction is mechanism for this reaction. Mechanism for this reaction. For example, I am taking CH3, CH single bond, CH2. Here iodine. Iodine. I am adding zinc or sodium iodide in presence of acetone. Here bond breaking and bond making will be done simultaneously. Here bond breaking, the same bond making will be done simultaneously. Like previous equation dehydrohalonation, how we are seeing the mechanism, the same mechanism we are following. Means here the reaction intermediate is transition state and there is no carbocation, so there is no shifting. Reaction intermediate is baby alkene. But here, see, like dehydrohalonation, it is also can follow E2 elimination. E2 elimination. So in E2 elimination, a reaction intermediate is a reaction intermediate. Reaction intermediate is transition state. Here there is no carbocation. There is no carbocation. So there is no carbocation means no shifting. No shifting. There is no metal shift, hydrogen shift like this type of reactions. But one important thing is it can undergo anti-elimination. Anti-elimination. So it can undergo anti-elimination. So what is meant by anti-elimination? Anti-elimination means, for example, I am taking a molecule like this, CH3, CH3. Here hydrogen, here hydrogen, here halogen, chlorine, and here halogen, chlorine. I am writing sodium iodide in presence of acetone. First suppose, after dehalogenation, I am getting the product, but I am getting two products. I am getting the two products, CH3, H and H. Already we know this form is called as cis form. And another one is C double bond C, CH3. This is H, CH3, H. So this is opposite. Opposite means anti. Methyl groups are an opposite, anti. This is also called as trans form. Already I told you it can undergo the anti-elimination. Why it can undergo the anti-elimination means already we know cis and trans form, which form is more stable, means the trans form is more stable than the cis form. If you are taking the cis form also, sir, for suppose I am taking this one, how it becomes, it can undergo anti-elimination? Means there is a shifting. If the compound they are giving like this, I am going to shift like this. C, Cl, H, CH, C, H, Cl, CH. Already this can anti-elimination. Anti-elimination is opposite. Opposite we can remove. Opposite we can remove and we can get the double bond. We can get the double bond. So we can get the double bond means, see the hydrogens are opposite. Hydrogens are in opposite direction. So hydrogens are opposite direction in this form only. So this is our major product. This is our major product. So here we have to keep in our mind, dehalogenation can undergo E2 type of elimination. That E2 type of elimination is also anti-elimination reactions. Next, how to prepare from alkenes from the gem dihalides. Gem dihalides. Gem dihalides. Gem dihalides means one carbon itself, CH2, here Br and here Br. 2 moles I am taking. Reagent will be same. We are using the zinc dust, otherwise sodium iodide in presence of acetone. 2 moles I am taking, and 2 moles of zinc you can take. CH2 double bond CH2. Alkane you can get. For suppose another example, CH3 CH Br and Br. Zinc dust. If you are taking like this, how to remove the Br2, and we have to take 2 moles, we can get the compound is like this, CH3 CH double bond CH CH. So like this we can get from gem dihalides. There is no exception condition, no anti-elimination like this. Only this form only we are having the anti-elimination and all. So the product we are getting, we are taking the lower gem dihalides, but we are getting the higher alkenes. First you are taking the 2 carbons, but you are getting the answer is 4 carbons. If you are giving with 1 carbon, you are getting the 2 carbons of alkene like this. So now this session we are finishing how to prepare alkenes from alcohols, that is dehydration, from alkyl halides, that is dehydrohalogenation, and third one dehalogenation, that is from vicinal and gem halides. The remaining methods of preparations we are seeing in the next session. Okay, thank you students.